People are talking about all of the tools of our craft, if you will, but people stopped talking about the craft. And so I'm still out there plugging away, talking about lighting and talking about the things that we have to have as a foundation to build on for our photography. In this video, we'll talk about 3-light portraiture. The main light that we chose to use for this session is the soft light reflector, which is also commonly known as a beauty dish. The light source itself is a nice, small, round source, which gives us this beautiful round catch light. Now, we put a grid spot on top of that, which didn't change the light quality, but it did change the fall off of light. So if you'll notice, from the subject's face down to her neck, down her chest, and then down below, it starts dropping off. Also, that grid helps eliminate any spill light from that main source hitting the background. You want to make sure anytime you put on a gel on a background that you don't have any white light hitting that background, because it'll blow out that gel, and instead of getting a deep, rich return of color, you're going to get a mixture of color plus white light. You can determine how bright or dark you want the background at any given point. I've got a grid spot in there, a 20-degree grid, and I've got an amber gel to create some warmth just to spin across. So I've just got a highlight on the right side, and it just kind of falls off with a gradation on the left. So the background has this great color across, this burst of color, and the mottled look on the way the muslin looks, but it's not sharp and it's not drawing attention away from this gorgeous face. And that's what I was after. I want the attention to go to my model. And then because of this yellow raincoat she was wearing, I just wanted to pick up a little bit of on that tonality. So we put a yellow gel inside the strip box with a grid over it and use that as our accent light. We used that soft fabric grid for one reason and one reason only. It eliminated any flare from that light getting into my camera's lens. And with that yellow, it just gives us a nice little highlight on her cheek, her jawbone, outlining her cheekbones and her shoulders and her arm. This portrait is a perfect example of why these D1s are great lights for me.